Every Monday on the news, we bring you a delicious recipe that you can make for your family in just 13 minutes. So let's head to the kitchen now with Anne Marie Tiernan and Chef Suzanne.
Today we're making tilapia with Chef Suzanne, and fish can be a little bit intimidating. To make sure that you cook it correctly so it looks appealing, it's not too dry and doesn't fall apart.
Exactly. And if the biggest tip I can give people in their home is use a nice Teflon pan, and before that fish goes into the skillet, get it hot, because as soon as you should hear that sizzle, and you know that you'll get a nice brown coating on it when it's done.
Okay, so this is what our tilapia looks like before it's cooked. And this is our goal, this beautiful coconut lime tilapia, which is a recipe we're making today. But this is what can happen. And tell us about what we're seeing here.
Well, what this is an example of is fish going in the pan when the pan's not hot. And it won't have as nice of a flavor. It's still edible, but it just doesn't look as pretty. So you just want to make sure that pan is hot.
Not as appetizing. So tell us about this coating that we're making
Okay, here's
today.
what we're going to do. And I'm going to use my bare hands, but we're going to be able to wash it. But I want you to see how you wash your hands right afterwards. But I want you to see how you get in here and really get this fish marinated. This is coconut oil, which we're using an awful lot of. Super healthy and super flavorful. Okay, now we're going to hit it with some lime juice. And you do not want to put this in your refrigerator. You want to go right to the skillet, because if you leave this in your refrigerator, the acid in the lime is going to start to cook the fish. So don't marinate ahead. A little bit of garlic and lime zest. And you're going to get these really coated, and then we're going to go over to the stove, and we're going to do our little, one thing that they could do for home is do their little sizzle test. Hit it with some water and see how you get those little bubbles like that. You're hot. And then you want to put them in, and you'll get that nice sizzle on each side. And at this point, you're just going to let them sizzle on each side for 3 to 4 minutes, and flip it on each side, and you're good to go. This would be a good time to wander over to your sink, wash your hands, and you can go on to your next step.
Okay, so you're saying really 3 minutes aside to
3
get
minutes
that nice...
aside, it should be nice and crisp, and then you can leave it in your pan a little bit longer to finish cooking, or you could throw it in a 350 oven for about 6 minutes.
What's your druthers on frozen tilapia versus fresh tilapia?
Well, it's really hard to find fresh tilapia sometimes. So either way, you know, we get it in fresh. But if you, a lot of times fresh in your grocery case is just something that's come in frozen and they've thawed.
Right.
In this part, so you may be better.
So what we've done here is put this over spinach. Now the spinach here is a little bit wilted, but that's just from the heat of the fish.
Right, and what people don't realize is how wonderful the natural flavors are in spinach. So all you're going to do with this spinach is put a little lime juice over it. I'll have you add a little lime zest to it for me. Okay. Which works out great. And then your fish is on the top of it. Your fish is going to wilt it a little bit. And then we've actually toasted some pepitas or pumpkin seeds, and then that'll go on the top of it for some great crunch.
Right, and that looks great. And we just put a little bit of parsley and tomatoes on there to add some color.
It's so easy, and you just won't believe the taste you'll get out of this spinach.
Yeah. Well, and I love the coconut and the lime combination.
Nice.
I mean, smells awesome.
Our mothers used to cook spinach for like 6 days and wonder why we didn't eat it. So
That's
this
right.
is the way to eat your spinach.
All right. Thank you, Chef Suzanne. Coconut lime tilapia. The recipe is online at WTHR.com. Make sure you look under Hot Topics.